Hello, this is George Senda, the real, official, authentic, original, one and only, the guy from Pittsburgh. Object no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, trolls, or copyright violators. And if you didn't hear it from me, it isn't true. So I get all these emails. Did you hear what they said about this and that? And I say, hey, anything that doesn't come from this channel, from me or Kathy, is a lie. Okay. Anyway, little channel news here. 886,000 views and 2,200,002 minutes. So I'm getting there. I want to who watched the video for 2 minutes, but I'm getting close to 1 million views. It was, 700,000 not too long ago. So not much has been going on. I went Monday to San Francisco, and that was an adventure. Got on the bus, no problem in the bus. Got on BART, and we had an equipment problem. We had to sit at West Oakland for 15 minutes. There was something happening with the equipment at Glen Park Station. That made me 20 minutes late for my doctor. So I get on the 38, and of course it stops at every stop. Saw my doctor, got examined. I had been having sharp stabbing pains, and a lot of screaming, and my eyes rolling up my head, and really, really hurt for some time. Thought there was something seriously wrong with me. It's hemorrhoids, and they examined me. They're going to give me medication, but I had the fear because 2 years ago I had my colonoscopy, and they found a precancerous growth. So I got to reschedule a new colonoscopy, and the reason I'm concerned about other than that is my father had colon cancer in 1959. They found it. They did surgery. He was fine. But males do get colon cancer, so Kathy and I are really scared about it. And so that was fine. And I've got a callus on one toe that doesn't want to go away, so I got to go to podiatry. And mentioned about my eyes, and passed along to my doctor. I'll be seeing her in October, so I can get paperwork. Finally sent the DMV to get the ball rolling and getting my license back. Okay, now a little bit of channel news. Excuse me. I will be buying the iPad on the 30th. I'll be funding the Amazon credit card on the 30th. I will be buying a newer iMac on the 30th, I hope. No guarantee. I found one on eBay. We will see. This iMac is having problems. It keeps giving the spinning wheel of death. I thought when I added the memory that would stop that, but it needs a new hard drive. But the new one I found has a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it will need new memory, but it is considerably newer than this 2008. So it will leave me in a bit of a bind, because I'm going to join Costco, give Kathy $125 for the car repair, buy the iMac, buy the iPad, fund the Amazon account. The Amazon credit card, with that I get $40 back. I'll still have the $100 when I give them the $100, so I can spend that. And as for cat news, cats are fine. The cat that looked like Pinky showed up the other day, and he a very friendly cat, black and white cat, so I gave him food. Gave the cats this, Wascally Wabbit Pate by I love you, I and love and you. So the cats went absolutely crazy for this. No grain in this, and I gave 2 cans to them, and there was nothing left. So they're very happy. And by the way, it finally cooled off here. Last Saturday, we had howling winds, freezing winds. It felt so refreshing after having 95 to 107 temperatures here. So I'm glad I'm in Sacramento. They said tomorrow will be 97 there. Used to live there. but didn't like the heat. So all the kitties are fine, and I could order this, by the way, from Chewy, and they have different flavors with funny names. They have a chicken flavor, they have a tuna flavor, they have a cod flavor, they have a salmon flavor. My cats don't like salmon. Orangey loves salmon. And Talkie finally showed up on Monday morning when I went to feed him. So that's about what's going on. All on the way back, by the way, on BART. One, there was a guy on the bus. He was yelling, you, and something else, which I don't remember. And then he was screaming, MF, MF, MF. And transit police finally had the guy get off the bus because he was scary. And then I got on BART, and the train was packed. It was like Cattle Car Galactica, like you see in Tokyo, where they shove people on the train. And the train operator at one point, we're at Montgomery, and he tells this guy to get his scooter off the yellow line. That's to keep people as a warning from falling into the tracks and getting run over. The guy wouldn't move. He was just clueless. So I finally yelled out, "Hey, guy, I'd like to go home. So would everybody on the trains. Would you would you move your scooter, please?" And he looked at me and went like, "Ugh," and he moved. So I had to stand all the way. Usually I get to sit in the handicap seats, but they were all full of women, and it didn't bother me that much, but it was a little rough. Oh yeah, by the way, I found out, I'm not going to show it to you because I threw the pears away. I went down to the soup kitchen on the way to the city, and I got some potatoes and pears. Put them in the same plastic bag, put them in my backpack. Well, my taking the backpack on and off and on and off to get my books out or whatever, my cell phone to call Kathy. By the way, the Android phone sucks for cell phone. I made 3 calls without a power. So this is why I want an iPhone. But anyway, I got home and there's this bag of goo. All the nice pears I got, the potatoes had mushed them into a mess. Potatoes are fine, but don't carry pears and potatoes in the same bag in your backpack. I can't carry stuff because this arm and hand is screwed up. So get back on the bus, and this guy's taken off the bus. Then we get on BART, and then we had to stop in Orinda. Why? Now this kind of puzzles me. Somebody, and the police showed up, and they were looking for witnesses. They were looking for victims. Apparently, somebody or a number of somebodies got assaulted. And I don't know if they ever found the suspects or not. But how do you get assaulted on a train that's packed? I guess maybe somebody got upset or jostled somebody that started a fight. I don't know. Or maybe somebody got robbed. So we sat there for 10 minutes. Got on by the way, the new garage at Walnut Creek BART is completed. I've been filming that for months. When I get an iPad again, I will down and film the garage. It's kind of interesting. They have levels on this side and this side, and you can see into them. Whereas before, they were above you, you couldn't see it. And there's a new elevator going up there, and it has lines, and there's a ramp going across the BART station somewhere. I'm not sure where the ramp goes. And they have all these buses now that used to be out in the open. You would get, soaked if it rained. Now they're all covered. So you don't have to stand there in the rain for the bus, which is cool. And they have a new bus line going out to Pleasant and BART on Saturdays. And the 16 I take is now free till June of next year. And the bus going out to Pleasant and BART, I have to take another bus. It would cost me $1, but if I wanted to go to Walmart out in Pleasanton, I could take the bus all the way to Pleasanton and BART and walk to Walmart and walk back. But when I get my iPad, I'll have Uber. So if I have too much stuff, I can run on Uber. All right, that's all that's going on. So I'll be real happy when I order the Amazon credit card and credit builder card. And they don't offer that program anymore, but I'm locked into it because I applied. I sent the payment off in July and it never got there, even though their computer system says I paid them. And there's no way to get around it. I had to go through 4 phone calls to get that done. So finally got someone, kept being transferred, the wrong departments all the time. And got a guy who gave me the right number, and he said, call in on the 30th, fund your card, we'll send you the card. It'll take about 2 weeks. And then they'll give me $40 of that 100. And then once I make payments for 7 months, it becomes a real Amazon store card, which is cool. And I get $40. I'll use that for cat food. So get some of this for the kitties. So that's about it. Still got lots of mail mix. I got a whole stack still here. We've got 9 days till I get my money, so that's cool. I don't have to buy any cat food. I think till like the 8th of the month. So Fluffy and Fuzzy are lying here in the hall, and little girl's asleep. So that's it. Not much else going on. I just sit here and do dishes and read and sleep and go feed the cats. I've got, no money till the 30th. And, one more thing. Kathy said that Patty had a dream. And Patty dreamt she drove me all over the place. And I told Kathy, tell her to knock it off. I don't want her driving me anywhere. And the other thing, Patty started saying, you shouldn't get a Prius, and I'm going to kick your ass if you get a Prius. Because they're not reliable. Well, I have a link to this site. They rated the top 15 cars in the country for reliability. Number 2, it's a Toyota Prius. Number 1 is some variant 4x4 of a Toyota. So we have 1 and 2 in the country, the most reliable cars in the country. And Patty that runs around with a Crashmobile says the cars are not reliable. She's got another car. It won't pass smog. The transmission doesn't go into neutral. It goes into drive. The reverse doesn't work. And and when they put it on a dynamometer, transmission has to work. They run on the belt that turns the wheels. Transmission doesn't work. You can't pass smog. She expects to turn it into the state and get paid for it. They have a program where they'll take clunkers and pay you $1,500 for it, but it has to be registered for 2 years and insured for 2 years. That doesn't qualify. But Patty, being the scam artist she thinks she's gonna get money for she has this really beat up Honda, and it ain't gonna cut it. The van won't do it either. They want it registered and insured for 2 years. So that's the requirements. They'll give you $1,500 to take your car off the road. Oh, and I found this site. One other thing, I'll have to figure out how I can put a link on this. There's a site, I don't know where the link is, that you can look up, not just CARFAX, but another site. You can look up the VIN number and see if the car has been in an accident. We would have saved herself a lot of grief. And finally, up in Truckee to San Francisco teens go staying in a cabin. They got a surprise. Bear goes in the kitchen, breaks into the icebox, steals taco meat. Bear addicted to taco meat, and they're playing in the living room, and they hear this noise at 12:30 at night. The bear went after food, so they were freaking out. This bear is and it's on video on KCRA. So Bear goes after taco meat. All right, that's it for now. Have a great day. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be, and stay safe out there. And this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Bye-bye for now.